Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuning into the episode of the Wonderkind Morning Show. I'm your host, Nitro, here early. You already know what it is. Good morning to everybody. Kush, the first in the building. Wiz is in here. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Good morning to you, bro. Jared Thomas, my bro, what's good? Producer, good morning. King Blaze, good morning. Abdi, what's up, what's up? What's it called? Let's see. Delvon. Oh, Delvon's in here early. What's good? Cries M. Good morning, man. Good morning. Good morning. Jared Thomas is chilling. Kush, cause I try to be first. Y'all be trying to hit that buzzer quick, bro. Listen, man. Today's gonna be a little crazy show. Y'all heard what happened. It looked like Jason Tatum's gonna be out for the playoffs. It's looking more and more like an Achilles tear. I'm telling from. Mind you, I told you guys that that's the injury that I suffered from. I had an inch and a half separation of my Achilles. Let me tell you something right now. You lose your explosion, especially if it's off of the foot where you do most of your explosion. If you're right-handed, most of your explosion comes from your left leg. If you're left-handed, it comes from the right. I know that medicine is better than when I hurt mine, but yeah. I'm talking, bro, he's going to be down for at least a year. He won't look like Jason Tatum for at least 13 to 14 months. Mind you, this is the same injury that finished off Kobe's career. After he got it, Kobe was never the same. So I'm just letting y'all know, no matter how hard he worked. Antonio Williams, good morning, good morning. What's it called? Antonio said, good morning, kinfolk. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yami, you in here, bro? Early was good. Yami Yugi. Yo, so guys, look. I know you guys heard. I covered it in a video, but I got to talk about it again this morning. Yeah. The NBA lottery is rigged, bro. Gregory Smith, good morning. It's rigged, bro. It's rigged. Like, it's in stone now, bro. It is rigged. Like, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Oh, like, it's done. Like, bro, Dallas gives up Luka, right? No team who was just coming off of NBA Finals appearance, right, is going to do that. Nobody. So they say, okay, we're going to get rid of him, move on. The ninth was good. Good morning, good morning. The best of the more. One answer, yes, it's rigged. Right, WWE story. Mind you, its basis is an entertainment company along the lines of a WWF, or WWE. Just to let you guys know if you didn't know that. So then they get rid of Luka. So we're moving on. Everybody started, Luka. Remember Dallas fans tripping. They were tripping, bro, crying, flipping cars in the streets. People was going on hunger strikes, right? Not showing up to work. Dallas was in turmoil, right? They were trying to they were singing chants about the GM. Get rid of him. Here we go. Get rid of him. They're doing crazy stuff, bro. And then Luka goes and joins with LeBron to one of the most storied franchises in all the sports. If you don't even know what basketball is, you heard of the Lakers. That's how big they are internationally. And joins up with LeBron James to bring back viewership. And viewership spiked for weeks. Now, it's like, oh, well, we didn't know how popular Luka is. Now it comes down, Dallas gets the number one draft pick in the lottery. They had a 1.7 chance, we dropped down to a 1.4 chance of them acquiring the first round pick in the NBA lottery, right? They didn't just get the number one pick in the NBA. They got the number one pick in the WNBA. They said, we looking out for Dallas. You sacrificed for the betterment of the National Basketball Association. We're going to back you up. And that's exactly what has happened. So, yeah, if y'all think I'm lying, and I'm not lying, they got the both number one picks for Dallas after the Luka trade. So now you're looking at a team that's going to have Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving. Yeah. That and Klay Thompson, yeah, that's a heck of a squad. That's a heck of a bro. Even I know that Cooper Flag is young. He'll still be able to play defense. He'll be able to be moved around like a jack of all trades, a chess piece. You have Anthony Davis play your power. You got a center there, a big guy, so everyone can play their allotted. You know what I'm saying? Their actual roles. Kyrie at the point, Klay Thompson at the shooting, Cooper Flag. You can put him at the small. AD at the power, and you got the center that they got over there, bruh. Yeah, that's a heck of a squad, bro. That's a heck of a squad. I don't care what nobody said. Flex zone was good, bro. Was good. Everybody knows it's rigged now. It is done, bro. It's over, bro. Habitual line stuff. Good morning. Well, this is not predictable by the ones who were saying that the Luka trade was the tug to help the NBA. Bro, though, as soon as it happened, what did I tell y'all? As soon as it went down, what did Nitro tell you? Did I not come out and say, bro, this was a plan to bring back up the NBA viewership? NBA viewership, if you do not believe, you can look it up if you do not believe me, dropped by 58%. Y'all know that, right? NBA viewership dropped by 58%. They needed something drastic and something drastic fast. Moving a LeBron wouldn't have done anything. He's been moved enough. But you see, moving one of those up-and-coming guys who a certain demographic really, really connects with to the most storied franchise in the NBA, yeah. For AD, who stay injured, yeah, okay. I don't like that. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. And now everybody's dealing with injuries because to pivot, now Jason Tatum's hurt. So now you got to deal with, okay, the Lakers got knocked off. Jason Tatum was putting up stats, bro. On the game he got hurt, Jason Tatum was going hammer. They put me in the mix. The man had 42 points, 8 rebounds, 7 3-pointers, 4 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. The man was putting up like a crate. Bro, he would have ended up with 10 rebounds. He would have had a double-double at the end of this game. Then, it looked like his Achilles gave out and poof. So now, the Celtics, their star is now gone. He's out. He ain't coming back. And then, on top of him being out, now you have to lean on, what's his name, to carry the load. I don't see that happening. So now the Lakers and the Boston's out. Just in case they flounder at the finish line, you got teams that you could build storylines around that will draw viewership. Like Dallas rebounding from the Luka is a big storyline. They could do that. Wherever Giannis goes, hopefully he stays for the Bucks. I'd rather the Bucks go get talent and surround Giannis than Giannis go join one of these teams. But it's looking more and more that Giannis is going to leave the Bucks because the Bucks have been being stupid. Fine, whatever. That's going to be a big storyline. Jokic. If Jokic gets blown out of this year and next year and it can't even make it back to another Western Conference Finals, he could be on the move. Like, there's a lot of intriguing storylines, and then you always have the Anthony Edwards becoming the face of the league storyline. The NBA has layered themselves to weather the NFL storm. The NFL has been on a tear. A lot of people do not understand just how much viewership has been going to this. Leon's going to the Lakers. Why? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Don't you ever make that say that again. Don't you do that to me. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. No. And then on top of it, right? So the NFL, like I said before, has been absolutely demolishing everybody in viewership in America. And now their viewership is reaching beyond the borders. Hence why they're doing so much to do international games. Oh, and for anybody that does not know, the Baltimore Ravens don't have no international games this year. So there's no waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning to catch an NFL football game. Giannis better not go to the Lakers. He's not. If Giannis leaves, he's going to Miami or he's going to a Texas team. You pick. He wants to go somewhere where his money stretches further. Texas would be the best of that, but Florida does give you flexibility, being like if there's more to do because he's a family guy. So, yeah. But, yeah, man, the NFL has been on a tear, but the Baltimore Ravens don't got to worry about none of that crazy travel. And we don't have a crazy amount of it look like a lot of televised games. Like like during like the prime times, like on Christmas and stuff like that. Thank God. Like we did back-to-back Christmases and stuff like that. I was happy. We can just watch it in the moment, get it out of the way, and move on. We don't gotta worry about it getting mad and messing up our holidays. Yo! Jared Thomas says, Nitro, no, go to the Warriors with Curry and make a super team. But no. Curry's already had that. He don't need that no more. Like, straight up. I'm tired of the super teams. I've been tired of the super teams. I was tired of it when they did it in Miami. Yes, guys, if you do not know, I'm going live for the schedule release. I will be live from 8 to probably like 11, maybe even 12. We're going to be breaking down every game. Yes, I will be live. Tomorrow morning, I will not be live for the Wunderkind Morning Show. I'm letting you guys know now because I have to help out my church. We're getting new chairs. So we're going to go all the way down to Fort Myers, and we're going there to pack them up and bring them back down here to Port Charlotte. So in the morning time, you're probably not going to see me unless I go on my phone. And then if I go on my phone, it's only going to be probably like a 45-minute live from my phone. So, yeah. Super Team destroyed basketball. Now, that Super Team's not the only thing that destroyed basketball. The referees destroyed basketball. You see where I'm coming from? Bad calls destroyed basketball. Super teams played a part in destroying basketball. You see where I'm coming from? The lack of aggression has destroyed basketball. Guys not wanting to give their all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what the funniest thing is? They keep saying they need more and more rest. They don't want to play. Everything is load management, right? They're playing less and less games, but they're getting more hurt, the stars, than ever before in the NBA. And so now they're saying, well, we need even more rest to combat all of that. So now they're saying they want to subtract or take away some of the 82 games. And it's like, bro, you're watering down. You've already watered down your product by taking away the physicality of the game. This ain't football where people have concussions and stuff like that. You've turned the NBA into a cupcake league. You've taken away defense. You've accentuated offense. You've accentuated double dribble, carries, travels. So now the fundamentals have been eroded away. Now you're telling guys that are even more fully guaranteed contracts, they don't have to play the whole season. A lot of them go on load management, and then they get hurt close to the playoffs. Get out of here, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't watch the NBA no more like I used to. The NBA, when I was growing up, every game looked like it mattered. Every game. Like the NFL, but it was 82 games. People throwing themselves into the second row of the stands, grabbing a ball, throwing it back in. Bro, the Spurs are the one, yes, with Greg Popovich and Tim Duncan. They're the ones that started that load management crap. Yep. He did it to try to elongate Tim Duncan's playing career. Because remember, Tim Duncan's a tall guy. Usually with taller players, foot injuries are always the cause. That's exactly why I told everybody I'm not big on Wembanyama. I told that to Lunch Break Hot Take when we were talking about it. We were talking about how, Lunch Break Hot Take was like, oh, he's going to be the next big thing. I was like, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. They're like, are you serious? And I said, no, because at his height, usually, historically speaking, the guys always have foot injuries because it's a lot of weight. No matter how skinny they are, it's a lot of weight and pressure to put on their feet, those bones, right? And it's not even now. It's been historically documented throughout the NBA. Y'all forgot when Porzingis came in? Manute Bol? Like, they're acting like Wembanyama is the first time we've seen something like this. They've been getting players like that. But for one, they kept getting injured. And two, they couldn't stand the physicality of the NBA. So now because you're taking away the physicality, they're hoping that, well, now with less physicality and less leaning and less post play, he should be able to hold up to the thing. And guess what? Injured. Everyone wanted Wemby like crazy during it. Yeah. I'm trying to tell everybody it is what it is. Like, Kevin Durant is pushing it. And he's like 6'9", 6'10". Tell you the truth, he's like 6'11", but whatever. Because I've seen him next to 7 foot guys, and he's like that much under them. Gregory Smith said, Nitro, you need to check out Cam Newton's breakdown Lamar's gameplay. Bruh, I gotta check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Okay, I'll check it out. Yao couldn't stay up. Yao's problem was he was too heavy. So Yao came in skinny, put on the muscular so he can withstand the NBA game, right? He became a force. And then what ended up happening was his feet couldn't take the weight. So because they're so big, you're giving up something. You're either having too much weight on your feet, right? Because of the pounding that you're taking, pause, right? Or you're having too much weight on your feet because of the weight that you put on so that you can take the pounding. Wemby now, he's putting a lot of pressure because he doesn't play post ways. He plays like a guard. So he does a lot of cutting, a lot of running, a lot of planting. That's his foot bones. So every which way you go is a negative for your foot when you're that big. And that is just the way it is. I don't know why they just don't announce Ravens versus Packers on Thanksgiving based off certain releases. I know that's going to be a lot. Ooh. Habitual line stepper talking nasty, bro. King Lee, what's good, my bro? Bro. That's what I'm trying to tell the people. I cannot properly watch the NBA. It just hurts my corneas. I'm like, I can't take it, bro. Like, watching it is horrible. Like, I be sitting there like, ugh, yuck, ugh. Why do we have to do this? Ugh. I can't take it, man. Super pause. Like, oh, come on. I said pause, bro. Chet Holmgren struggled with his foot early. Yeah, it's always like that. Listen, basketball historically is something I keep up on big time. The only centers that I remember that didn't have all the crazy were the 90 centers. Every other iteration of the centers had foot problems. Shaq didn't have foot problems. Hakeem Olajuwon didn't have foot problems. Patrick Ewing didn't have foot problems. David Robinson didn't have foot problems. Ostertag didn't have foot problems. What's another big from that time that I'm missing? There's a lot of bigs in the 90s. Alonzo Mourning didn't have foot problems. Who else? Big Country Reeves didn't have foot problems. That's the only iteration of big men that didn't have foot. But if you look at them, that was some of the most physically gifted big men we have ever seen in NBA history. The 90s, bro, they didn't even look normal. They were cock diesel. Y'all forgot how Karl Malone and David Robinson looked? They were straight all muscular. And then Shaq, I said Patrick Ewing. I say Ewing. So, you know what I'm saying? A toe injury is understandable, but it's usually not a toe with them. It's the carpals and stuff like that in between the toes and the heel. They, when you keep going that weight and then they snap. There was a lot of centers back then, but that's the only one. Yeah, Karl Malone looked like a bodybuilder, bro. Yeah, facts. Karl Malone would be a center in today's game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's like, people seem to forget the mailman. They say because he always delivers. And also, too, the 90s nicknames are iconic, bro. Mailman, Air, Magic, Larry Legend, The Answer, Mamba, The Diesel, bro. 90 T-Mac, AI, like, bro. Vinsanity, Stevie Franchise, like the 90s nicknames are crazy, bro. Crazy. So crazy. Isn't that what Scottie Pippen said? Yeah, I guess the mailman don't deliver on Sundays. Bro, yo, I missed the 90s basketball, bro. It was just so right, bro. It was just so right. A lot of those guys were on roids too. I don't know. Because, I mean, it never came up. They were tested. It never was a thing. The only sport that you saw that was tested crazily and it came out was baseball. But they were tested for roids in basketball. Also because of international play. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I get some people, oh, that's why they were so athletic in the 90s. I mean, oh, the Worm wasn't jacked, though. Dennis Rodman, I mean, you could call him a center. Okay, Dennis Rodman, but he was an undersized center. 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. What's the center for the Pistons? I forgot about him. Lambeer. Forgot about Lambeer. Bill Cartwright. They used to call him Medical Bill because he used to shoot out those sharp elbows of his. What's his name? Also from the Celtics. You had Robert Parrish. Forgot about him too. Yeah. I know my ball. Y'all gotta understand. I know my ball. They were all free. That's what I try to tell people, bro. Bro, I try to tell people, bro, like back in the 90s, bro, people go, yeah, we could play in the 90s. Yeah, all right. The elbows, the physicality, y'all couldn't survive 30 games. And then if you were a good scorer, they would start checking you full court. And then the screens, the screens set back then were bone-jarring screens. But yeah, I know, but he played for 20 plus years. Robert Parrish played all through the 70s, 80s, and early 90s or something like that. Robert Parrish played for mad long. He's one of the longest tenured players in NBA history. Like top 5 or something like that. Yeah. For anybody saying that they couldn't survive now, Jokic stays out of shape and he's dominating. So I don't want to hear nothing. In today's NBA, all of those guys would dominate. Even Sean Kemp would dominate. Mark Price would dominate. Kevin Johnson would dominate. Allen Iverson would dominate. Shaq would definitely dominate. Peja Stojakovic, Vlade Divac, Ginobili, all of them would dominate. I forgot about Xavier McDaniels and him too. X-Man. Of course, you had Charles Oakley and them, all the enforcers. Larry Johnson was more of a power forward. He played alongside Alonzo when they're on the Hornets. Giannis would have to change the way he played. He'd have to change the way he played. He could play it, but he'd have to change the way he played. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, the 90s were super physical. That's the biggest reason why European players struggled so mightily here. They could not deal with the physicality. And mind you, they had an old saying in the NBA, you kill the wounded. So if they knew, like, you had a wrist problem, they're swiping down on the wrist. They're grabbing their wrist around screens. Like, if you had a bad ankle, they're stepping on that foot. Like, those is what's happening. Like, bro, if you start reading up the historical, the history of the NBA, you would read, like, the Celtics, the old floor used to be on top of ice. So there would be potholes in the floor, and then they would trap you where the potholes were, so the ball would hit and then bounce somewhere else. Like, bro, they would or turn up all the air conditioning so you be in there. Yeah, bro, nasty work, bro. Nitro, to me, you couldn't dominate this area if you couldn't shoot. It's not true. John Morant dominates. He can't really shoot. All those guys back then could shoot. Once again, they weren't taking that many attempts because it was all about high percentage shots. So if you told Michael Jordan he could take 10 more threes a game, Larry Bird 10 more threes a game, Reggie Miller 10 more threes a game, Ray Allen 10 more threes a game. Like, bro. Tracy McGrady 10 more threes a game, Kobe Bryant 10 more threes a game, Allen Iverson 10 more threes a game. Like, bro, you might have guys averaging legit 45, 50 points a game. Jordan would average 50 in today's game. Shaq would average 50, but I'm talking about other guys. Bird in today's game, what could you... People forget that Larry Bird is 6'10". They be acting like they have never... Larry Bird is 6'10". He would dominate. They could... Bird could... Yes, they could. Yes, they could. You know, I know they could. When you go and they say shooting competition and everything, even the older guys now, they go to the younger guys. Young guys go, yo, we thought he could shoot, but you know he could shoot like that. They coming in the gym and dropping 50 straight. You have to understand because they were allowed to hand check. Like, when you're playing defense, right, and you're like this, my bad. When you're like this, right, you could play up on them even behind the line of scrimmage and hand check them. So you just can't face up. Before, when you come down, you had to blade your body to protect the ball. So how are you going to shoot in this position? Now, you can just face up and go like this. You can shoot there. Off the hezzy. Boom. Wraparound shot. Fadeaways. That's what the face-up game is. That's why so many people want to play the face-up game. A lot of people can't play the back to the basket and all that type of stuff like that. They've taken away the physicality of the sport. That's why it had a reverberating effect. Like, bro, struggling to shoot 45 because they could stick into them. I promise you right now. Listen, at my size right now, I want to come to Baltimore. I'll show you what they used to play basketball. Like, you're not getting around me. You're going to be like, bro, what they? I'm like, that was old NBA defense. You couldn't move. You couldn't move. That's why you saw even smaller guards at the blade, survey, then back up. Then, because that's what they're doing. They're going like this. They're blading, protecting the ball, viewing what's going on. Even look at the way the point guards play. Now you're coming down looking like, yo, I can score right now. It's a face-up game. It's a total different game. They all could shoot. Steph Curry's father still hitting it from half court in dress shoes. He probably, bang. Same thing with Bird and them. They all can still, bro, they're legit could shoot. Some of the greatest shooters. Mark Price was a better shooter than Steve Nash. People don't bring that up. Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr in today's NBA would average more. That's Eric Snow. There's a whole bunch of guys back then that could, all the smaller guards back then could shoot. At the exception of like one or two of them. Because that's the only way, you know what I'm saying, you can get into the NBA. You got to have a wicked jump shot. Imagine Stephon Marbury in today's NBA. Y'all forget some of the stuff Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury was jumping. This much of his head is over the rim, reverse dunking on people, and shooting it from the logo. Like, it's something I tell people don't understand. Like, once again, like I said, because I played it, I'm telling y'all this. Y'all be thinking, oh, these guys are so, no. It's accentuated more because of the style of play. Yeah, Gary Payne was more of a defensive guy that could score here and there, but he was more of a defensive guy. You had guys that were defensive guys. What's his name? What's another guy? Ray Allen played with them on the Bucks. Forgot his name. Ugly as whatever, but forgot his name. He could shoot crazy. Cuttino Mobley could shoot crazy. No, not Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson was on Phoenix. It's not Joe Dumars. It's not Glenn Big Dog Robinson. It's not him. He was a guard. Sam Cassell, thank you. That's another guy that could shoot the ball. And Big Dog Robinson could shoot the ball. Exactly. Jalen Brunson be playing bully ball at 6 foot. Because most of the guys are skinnier. There's no real center. He be bully balling people. No. Bro, I remember, I can go down the list. Michael Redd, shooter. Ray Allen, shooter. What's the other guy that was on the Sonics too? He was big too. He never became a superstar, but he was nice. Started with like an R. Hold on. I forgot his name. I can't believe I can't remember his name. Old Sonic players. What was his name? He was a good player too. He ended up going to Orlando. Rashad Lewis. Thank you. He could shoot the ball too. People don't understand, and he was like 6'10". Like, Rashad Lewis could shoot. I remember he started off the first game of the season like a 50-point game. Like, almost all from three. Like, he was just bang, 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 bang. Mahamadou Raouf, yes. Yes. People don't realize there was a lot of guys, but also you had to play your position. You had to play your role. If you couldn't play defense, if you were like a truly defensive liability, you couldn't make it on the court, no matter how good you shot. They're like, bro, you could maybe make it into a rotation a couple minutes, maybe a spark off the bench, but you weren't getting no starter minutes. It's a whole different game. They don't even care about defense like that. Sarakovic had a weird shot too, but the stroke was in his name. Sarakovic, yeah. He had a weird shot, but it was wet. Pause. Do you know he used to be wet from corner threes? Sean Marion. He had one of the ugliest shots I've ever seen in my life. But if he was shooting a corner three, that bad boy was wet. Wet. I'm talking about Little Mermaid wet. Brandon Roy was wet. Hedo Turkoglu was wet. Ginobili was wet. Pause. Yo. Tracy McGrady was shooting was wet. Bro, Vince Carter was wet. Go look up Vince Carter. As a matter of fact, let me show this right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of these guys are great shooters, bro. Vince Carter's one of the good, like actual statistically good 3-point shooters. People never knew that. People never knew that. And mind you, I'm gonna show it to you right now. Hold on, let me get to it. His career was so long, bro. He went from shooting 28% in his rookie to 40%, 40%, 38, 34, 38, 32, 42%, 34, 35, 35, 38, 36, 34, 36, 40, 39, 29, 34, 37. He shot 40% from three separate times in his career. He shot 42% from three in a season. Yes, Antoine Walker, even though he was streaky, he could shoot it too. Paul Pierce was wet too. The truth. B. Scott and D. Scott both could shoot. All those guys, like, what's his name? There was a guy that used to be on, man, I'm forgetting all the names right now. He used to be on, he was a guard. He used to play with Kevin Garnett on the Wolves. He had dreads. He could shoot. He could shoot. He was wet. What was his name, bro? Monte Ellis was wet. Oh, what was his name? He was a guard. Guys, what was a guard that played? He had dreads and he played with Kevin Garnett on the Wolves. Not Sprewell. No, not him. Not Sprewell. It was another guy. And the other guy next to him, the white guy, I forgot his name. I'm just having a brain fart this morning. Y'all know I was live last night till late. My brain's not working efficiently as it usually does. Nick Van Exel was stupid nice. Stupid nice. What was his name? What was his name? Oh my gosh, bro. That just is pissing me off now. Hold on. Wally Serbiak was the white guy. Yes, he was the white guy, but I'm talking about the black guy with dreads. And he had like a playoff series where he went up for like 24 points a game. All shooting. Wally Serbiak is the one that got kicked in the face by Bruce Bowen. That highlight of Bruce Bowen doing the dragon kick, that's who he kicked in the face. Chris Mullin was also wet. Baron Davis, even though he wasn't known for a shot, that Golden State Warriors whole team could shoot. Then the one with Chris Mullin, when they were the triplets, they could all shoot. Troy Hudson! Oh my yes! Yes! Jared Thomas from the top rope. Troy Hudson, yes. He another one that could shoot. And he had a sick cross. Troy Hudson, yes. People forget about Troy. It was Troy Hudson. It's not Sprewell. Keith Van Horn was a sniper. Some of those guys were a sniper, man. People don't even remember Troy Hudson, man. Dang. He could shoot very well. He had a year, man. If he was on a team that actually allowed him to go, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He'd be able to go, bro. Like, look. I know I wasn't off. It was 23.5 points a game he did in the Minnesota post game 2022-2023. Yeah, told you. He was shooting 43.6% from 3. Jamal Crawford could shoot too. Rafer Alston could shoot too. Rafer Alston? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Eddie House could shoot. Oh, from the corners, he was dangerous, bro. Dangerous. Derek Fisher could shoot. People forget about him. There's a lot of guys. Darren Williams could shoot. If there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys. So I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, like, they all could shoot. The problem is that the defense changed. Go watch Kevin Garnett running the floor in practices and stuff like that. And everywhere he's butters. And you're like, why is he doing that in the game? There was practices that they held that Shaq was jacking up threes and hitting them. And everyone's like, why don't you do that in the game? He's like, I'm the Diesel. The paint is my game. Y'all don't be understanding, bro. Y'all be thinking that because threes are so accentuated now. Oh, the best shooters are now. No, they're not. They're just taking way more. Way more. And their legs aren't as tired because they're not playing defense. Mind you, when you're playing that much defense, when you're on the court, the first thing to go is your legs. So the first thing to actually go is your shot, because your shot is developed from your legs. If you remember, that's why Jordan held the pose during Utah, because they said he was exhausted. And everybody knows the first thing to go is your legs, so the first thing to go is your shot. So when he was what's his name? Phil Jackson said, put a little more push on it, man. On the shot. That's why he held the pose. When he hit the shot, I said, okay. And he ran back down court. Nick Anderson could shoot. People forget about Nick Anderson. Damon Stoudemire. Like, they forget about a lot of guys. But Mark Price had a sweet stroke. Pause. That guy could shoot. I'm not tell you, man. Y'all ain't gonna trip me up on no NBA lore, bro. I know the NBA, bro. I do this. Dennis Scott, all of them can shoot, man. Telling you, bro. Dirk, Steve Nash, Michael Finley. People forget about Michael Finley. He could shoot. People forget how deadly Michael Finley was from shooting. Big Game Bob, Robert Horry could shoot. No, he's not. Now this is another massive trade. No, he's not. It's funny how I'm going through all these names. You see my hands, it's like I'm looking at a phone. I'm going through all these names off mem. Total memory, bruh. When I start thinking about teams, I start thinking about the players individually, and I can break it down better. There's a lot of guys, man. So this new thing where they can shoot better now. They just Jason the Jet Terry, yeah, Jet. He could shoot crazy. Petrovic, yes. Petrovic. Did he used to play on the Raptors? Petrovic, that whole Raptors team could shoot. AK-47 off Utah. Andre Karolinko, he was good. Richard Hamilton had an okay shot. He wasn't what I would call a shoot. Vince Carter could shoot. Like Vince Carter could shoot. Like shoot from everywhere. Stephon Marbury could shoot everywhere. Chauncey Billups had an amazing shot. Rip Hamilton could shoot very well. Tayshaun Prince was another one that had an ugly shot. Ugh. Once again, they're taking... Hold on. I'm going to show you something. Because I know I'm right on this. Hold on. I do this, man. Like, you're not going to win this argument with me, bro. We're going to keep going back and forth, bro. Blow for blow, habitual. Blow for blow. So let's go this way, right? Okay. LeBron James. 29% from 3, 30, 31, 31. This man went up to 40% from 3 when the rule change happened. Y'all got to understand, like, there's levels to this. And you would never consider LeBron James as a shooter. Last year, LeBron James shot 41% from 3. Do you consider LeBron James to be a shooter? Oh, he added that to, would you ever consider LeBron James to be a shooter? No. He shot above 40 twice. And we all know LeBron's not a shooter. It's a different game. Mitch Richmond, a lot of people, the Kings player, people forget about how good Mitch Richmond was. He was a legit 24, 25 points a game guy, and he gave it to everybody. Everybody got that work. He did good. He 24 to 25 points a game. I can look at it right now. You know I remember Mitch Richmond. You ain't gonna play me like that. Mitch was nice. What would you consider a 41% shooter from three? Would you consider that elite, right? By your standards? It's a total different game. Guys who can't shoot are shooting sometimes high 30s, low 40s, and stuff like that from three. Jeff Hornacek could shoot. Yup, Hornacek could definitely shoot. Definitely could shoot. Definitely could shoot. Definitely. Definitely. Bro, who's a better shooter, Kobe or LeBron? Who's a better shooter, Tracy McGrady or LeBron? Habitual line stepper. Nah, for real. Who's a better shooter, Kobe or LeBron? I'm asking you specifically. Who is a better shooter, Kobe Bryant or LeBron? Tracy McGrady or LeBron? Ray Allen or LeBron? Dan Marley on the Suns? Yeah, I remember him. He was nice too. Definitely could shoot. Now, what I'm going to do is, because the shooting percentages were lower because of how difficult it was to score. Watch this. I'm going to show you something real quick because I'm going to show you that there's levels to this. I do this. That's why I make sure I don't ask for respect. I earn people's respect. I earn it. I earn it habitual. I'm gonna make sure by the end of the day, I can respect what Nitro's saying because he puts in that work. Kobe Bryant, check this out. 2022, the 2002 season, he shot 25% from three. 32% from three. 35, 32, 32, 30, 32, 18, 29% from three. 30% from three. And those are later in his career. His last two seasons, he averaged 29% from three, 28% from three, 18% from three. Before that, 32, 30, 32, 32, 35, 36, 34, 34, 33, 32, 38, 25. Who's a better shooter? Like, no. We're going to do this now, bro. Let's go. We're going to do this now, bitch. Well, come on now, baby. Most lose to Clay. Most lose to Dame. Who do you think's the best? Listen, I can name three shooters right now that would clobber all three of them. I would pick Steve Nash, Mark Price, Pistol Pete Maravich. I would take those three over the three you just named right now. Those three are demolishing the three you just named in the three-point shooting contest. Demolishing, and I didn't even name Bird. It was a different shooting was different because it was a lot more turnaround game, post game. It was a lot more congested. Threes came, but not like not like it was today. Tracy McGrady, 34, 22, 27, 35, 36, 38, 33, 32, 31, 33, 29. Come on now, bro. He shot it at 30% like 3 times from three. Michael Redd was an amazing shooter. I brought up Michael Redd already for the Bucks. Right? Hold on. Michael Redd. I think he had one season where he hit 40% from three. Or it was like 39.1 or something like that. Let me check. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Michael Redd retired from the NBA averaging 19 points a game. That boy could shoot, bruh. Jesus. 44, 43, 35, 35, 39, 38, 36, 36, 30, 23, 31. Trying to tell y'all, we could do this with all the best shooters back then. It was bro. Let's go to Ray Allen. Ray Allen's one of the greatest shooters any of us has ever seen lace up shoes. Let's go see what he shot for his career from three. 39, 36, 35, 42, 43, 43, 39, 35, 39, 37, 41, 37, 39, 40, 36, 44, 45, 41, 37. All right, come on now, bro. We can keep doing this. He shot mid-30s like 5 times. Nash could shoot, bro. Nash was a shooter. That, to me, that's what Nash was. Nash was Mark Price. He was a newer Mark Price. That's all he was. People be sleeping on some of these guys, man, for these new guys not understanding the statistics of the games. Bro, Mark Price was shooting 48.6% from three. 44, 40, 41, 39, 40. Go ahead. Tell me the last NBA player you knew that was taking that many threes. How many threes were you taking? Look at that, look at that, look at that. 2 a game, 3 a game, 5 a game. 48.6 from three. He was almost shooting 50% from three. That year, he shot 50% from the floor, 48.6% from three, 6 assists a game, 16 points a game. Mark Price. Like, I do this, bro. Mark Price played 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, and 95. It wasn't the 80s. Why am I remembering Bosjan Nakbar? I don't remember him too well. Like, bro, I'm showing you 80s and 90s. Like, I'm showing you 70s too. There were guys on the bench that could shoot better or at the level of some of the best shooters right now in the NBA. But they weren't three. They couldn't play. They were defensive liabilities. So they couldn't get on the floor. You remember Earl Boykins? Earl Boykins, that little tiny 5'7" guy. He could shoot crazy. But he couldn't, but they wouldn't put him on the floor. Like, bro, man, man. Matter of fact, let me go back to this one. Hold up. You said Kevin Durant, right? Watch this. Fine, you said Kevin Durant. You won now. Let's do now. Since you want to go there, we're going to play. Let's play that game. ESPN, let's go to the ESPN statistics. All right, stats. Kevin Durant, his rookie year, shot 28% from three. He went up to 42%. Then he went to 36, 35, 38, 41, 39, 40, 38, 37, 41, 35, 45, 38, 37. He had a year where he shot, what was this one? Oh, that was a combined year. So you got to combine them. I don't know, 40 that year, 40 and 43. He's had how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons under 37%. And it's easier to shoot now. Look at when they changed the rules, right? He went up to a 51% shooter from field goal. Once those rules changed, he went to 51%, 50. Go even look at the scoring averages. When I believe it was 2006, when they took out hand checking completely, Allen Iverson went from averaging 29, 30 points a game to 33. Kobe went to 35. I believe that was LeBron's first 30-point year. Gilbert Arenas had his highest of his career too. All of them had their, once you took out the handshake, matter of fact, let's go back to it. I think it was 2026, right? Or the 2025. Yeah, it was 2026. 2005 to 2006, right? I knew I was in trouble. Kobe Bryant, his career high, 35.4. Allen Iverson, his career high, when they took out hand checking, his career high, 33 points a game. LeBron James, his career high, 31.14 points a game. Gilbert Arenas, his career high, 29.3 points a game. I believe it was Paul Pierce and Dirk Nowitzki's career highs that year. It was Michael Redd's career high that year. Get out of here, bro. We do this, man. We really do this. Let me go to, and that was the year Iverson was averaging 7.4 assists. He was shooting less field goals per game. He was shooting, that year, look at this. Look at the field goal. LeBron James was shooting 48% from the field. Iverson 44. Kobe 45. 3-point percentages. Kobe was 34. Iverson was 32. LeBron James was 33. Gilbert Arenas was 36. And you're going to try to tell me Gilbert Arenas couldn't shoot? Dwayne Wade was 17% from 3. Paul Pierce was 35. Dirk was 40. Carmelo Anthony that year was only 24% from 3. Michael Redd was 39. Ray Allen was 41. Elton Brand was 33. Vince Carter was 34 that year. Jason Richardson, he was another guy that could shoot that people don't recognize could shoot. He was 38%. Shawn Marion was 33%. Mike Bibby was another good shooter. He was 38%. Antoine Jamerson was 39%. Rip Hamilton was 45%. Rashad Lewis was 38%. It was totally different, man. Totally different. I'm never going to lie to you guys. But I do love the back and forth, though, Habitual. Yeah, you already know. You already know it's Habitual. It's all love. We are going to, I like the back and forth, right? As long as they're not being disrespectful to one another, we go back and forth, bro. We have a great spirited conversation. We can shake hands and say, you'll have a great day after. I like that. It's all love. It'll always be all love between us, bro. Always. Always. Always, bro. We can agree to disagree, and that's fine. But guys, that's the episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. Tell me if today's episode didn't go by quick. We started at 10:15. It's already 11:19. An hour already passed. That was like, it felt so quick. It ended so quick. Oh my gosh. Now, we're going to end on, you already know, on I believe this is an early 2000s movie. It was an animated movie. It's one of the greatest animated movies of all time. A lot of people forget about it. I don't know how. Its soundtrack was magical. It had absolute heavyweights on the soundtrack. And I'm pretty sure if you were born in the 80s, you watched this movie. What animated movie was it? Key thing, its soundtrack was blockbuster. And it had heavy hitters on the soundtrack. Not Lion King, no. Good guess, Habitual Line Stepper. But it wasn't Lion King. Rugrats movie, no. Good, that was a good guess too. It's not Rugrats. Come on, guys. Come on. I'll tell you what. In this movie, a stick played a major role. That got to give it away. Come on, guys. It's not a Goofy movie. Good try. I love the Goofy movie. You know that. I got myself a motion. The one thing only you understand to set my world in motion. It's not a Goofy movie, though. Come on, guys. A stick played a massive role in this movie. Not a... Oh, God, A Bug's Life. No, it's not that. Come on, come on, come on. It's not a Passion of Christ. I said it was an animated movie. Passion of Christ was crazy, though. When we were watching that, I only watched it once. I can only make it through it once. Everybody was bawling at the movies. That was one of the most graphic movies I've ever seen. It had people bawling. Rightfully so, though. Wizards of Waverly. Do y'all give up? Come on now. I gave y'all the biggest alley-oop and y'all guys missed it. Animated movie and a stick played a major part in the movie. Yeah, Yami. Passion of Christ was... That movie was such a gut-wrencher. Oh, my God. All right. It was super traumatic as a kid. It was... Bro, adults were having heart attacks watching the movie. Adults were having heart attacks watching the movie. The reason why I felt like it was needed, because sometimes you need stuff to be put into perspective. When people are wearing the cross on their neck and not understanding what it was to be put on the cross. You feel me? But the movie I'm talking about is The Prince of Egypt. Guys, come on now, man. The story of Moses. The stick played a major role. Oh, my God. This man says he decided to find myself singing Hakuna Matata. You don't remember the soundtrack for Prince of Egypt? And women miracles when you believe. The hope is frail. It's hard to fail. Bro. Exactly. Because you never see. You never. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, man. You could have said the Red Sea. If I would have said the Red Sea, I would have gave it away instantly. But the stick was a major part of the movie. The stick turning into a snake. Splitting the Red Sea. Matter of fact, I was going to play the video portion of him splitting the Red Sea, but I didn't want to get any copyright infringements on my video, on my live. This is one of the greatest animated movies of all time. The animation was so superb. The voices, the voice acting, the singing, everything. When you go back, you'd be like, oh my God, they made this movie back then. When you look at it, you'd be like, bro, how much money did they spend to make this movie? If you never go watch The Prince of Egypt, I can't believe you. It's one of the greatest animated movies of all time. The spirit coming in at night, taking Pharaoh, so yo, freaked out all the kids. Yo, yeah. The actor, yeah, I heard about that. And one of the whips actually hit him and ripped his skin or something like that. You and your people have my permission to go. Then try to chase him down. I had that. I was going to play it, bro. And they were chasing him, and then he holds up this stick and just slams that bad boy. When they showed them walking and you saw a whale shadow from the lightning, I was like, bro. The beginning, that movie did a lot, bro. Showing they were throwing the babies in the river to feed the Nile crocodiles. Yeah, bro. But guys, that's the episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. This is your host, Nectar, signing off. If you haven't already done so, please remember to like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you guys do not miss a live. Once again, if I go live tomorrow, it will be on my phone on our way going to pick up the chairs. It might only be like a 40-minute live, but I'll try to go live. We're definitely going live on the main channel tomorrow for the entire schedule release. We'll be live for a couple hours. So I'll see you guys there. But like I said, If you want to donate, guys, the Cash App is there. You know how to do it. And once again, it's another episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow or later today for the videos on the Wunderkind Show. And y'all have a wonderful day and morning, all right? I'm out this place. Peace.
Finish him, Daddy.
You're not my dad.
$50 million? And who you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?